Oh. Hey. Welcome to my closet. Oof. I may have walked in with a cigar, but I really hate tobacco. That hat was kind of being a little bit of a problem. So look, tobacco, it's really gross. One time, it just had a little bit too fucking much, and then my body destroyed itself. I was standing there, and I really had to force myself to not lose every single ounce of my being. Just turn myself inside out right there on the pavement, alright? I had to center my root chakra, make sure I was immovable so that I could hold off from the forces of fucking importado, fucking padron, handmade, motherfucker, imported. Tobacco is not good for you. Recently, I went over to this dry cleaner. I asked them to clean this jacket for me. I went up on there. I did not think they were going to put me in there. They put me on like a hanger, flattened me out like I was a fucking Paper Mario, put me through, steamy in there. Whew! Jesus Christ, it was hot. You think it's hot when you're standing out in the sun and you're cooking and you're doing like, I don't know, fucking yard work or something. Most of you probably garden. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. You probably garden. You look like somebody who pulls carrots out of the ground. Maybe some beets. Either way, it was hot inside of that dry cleaner. When they say dry cleaner, they're talking dry. It is dry as the Sahara Desert inside of that mechanism. You look like SpongeBob begging for water in there. Not good. Come out the other end, at least you are clean as a fucking whistle. Sparkly even. I was like a fucking Twilight vampire standing out in the sun back there. You could lick a fucking dust off of me. You can find a lick of dust on me. That's for sure. Not dusty in any crevice. I couldn't believe they got the crevices. I didn't know there were crevices in a flat 2D object. Anyways, leaving the dry cleaners, sparkly clean. You know what happens? Step in a puddle. That puddle is 45 feet deep. You know, when you step in a puddle that's 45 feet deep, you step out a changed person. You are whatever things you were hanging on to in your previous life are now shred from your mortal coil. It's earth-shattering how dark it gets in a puddle that deep. I saw things you could not fucking imagine. There were things looking back at me, I promise you. Even though there was no light to see them, I could feel them looking at me. Left the puddle, went to go get a sandwich. Finally, that was my main goal, was to blow up and not tell nobody. Ha 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 ha. Pastrami and cheese sandwich. There is just nothing like a pastrami and cheese sandwich after having the pure essence of your soul ripped from your body. Whew! Brought it right back. I remembered everything. Also, remembering your entire existence is a painful process because all that information being beamed back into your forehead is painful. Wow. Now imagine my fortune when I step back into that puddle. I think I might have taken a different turn in the hole though, because I ended up in the sewer system, and I think there were some turtles mutating into something in there. It wasn't pleasant. They did not look like they were having a good time. It was less of a ninja situation and more of like a mass. It was throbbing and like undulating. It was not a pretty sight. I'll just say I wish I went the other way. At least it would have been less undulating. I would have known. Sometimes the horrors you know are better than the horrors you don't, but that's untrue when it comes to certain situations. In this one, it does ring true. And probably in like a Godzilla situation. I would love to be Godzilla, but that would probably be really inconvenient. Imagine how hungry that guy gets. Can't make a pastrami and cheese sandwich big enough for Godzilla, can you? It's a lot of pastrami and cheese. And bread! Jesus Christ, that bread would get so moldy. That is... How would you heat a pastrami and cheese sandwich big enough for Godzilla? Does he even... No. He does not need a sandwich. He feeds on radiation, so he doesn't have a butthole. And that's just the truth. But the question is, would Godzilla make good ingredients for a pastrami and cheese sandwich? No. Too gamey. Probably would look like a crocodile. I would not want to sink my teeth into that thing. It would hurt. Whew. Thank you for coming to my closet. Today was very productive. Have a good night.